Page 40, Sweet and Low, very famous melody. 3/4 time, there's one flat in the key signature. We're in the key of F major. Let's look it over briefly. It's on pages 40 and 41. It's a longer piece here. Wow. I see half notes and quarter notes and dotted half notes. I don't see any accents anywhere. I guess we don't have to deal with those, but we have accidentals. They've got sharp signs and natural signs. We'll have to deal with those too. Let's take it one hand at a time. Make sure we have the fingering and the notes and all that first. Right hand, you're starting with second finger on D. Now put your hand in this position. You don't need any of these other finger numbers for a while. You will need another finger number, but that comes later. Right, you don't need any of those other finger numbers right now. So here it's just one. Remember, dotted half notes the same as 3/4 notes. 3 counts here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, rest. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Isn't this fun? This is about all you're doing. Low, they introduced measure numbers. Well, let's talk about measure numbers. Different publishers do this differently, but it's usually pretty easy to figure out. At the beginning of all the lines except the first one, there's no point in the first one, but all the other lines here, they have a little number above the staff in a box. That is the measure number for that measure. Then if you want some other measure, you simply count across to the measure you want. This is much easier when you have more than one person playing the piece and they're practicing, or because you might want to start in the middle of the piece somewhere, and this way you can say, oh, let's start on measure 22. And this makes it easy for each person to find measure 22 and start there without having to count 22 measures from the beginning. And they don't always want to have to start at the beginning when they rehearse. Sometimes you want to start in the middle and work on pieces, parts of it. So these measure numbers come in handy, and I usually use them most of the time. Sometimes I don't. I'm old, don't bother. But let's go to measure 22, which is the second line, first measure on page 41. I could have said, let's start on measure 25. Well, then you'd go to 22 and you'd have to count across 3, 4, 5 to find measure 25 and start there. But let's start on measure 22. You're here still. They put a note there, careful of fingering, isn't that neat? They want you to scrunch a little and put fifth finger here. And the reason is because there's an accidental coming up and we need to prepare for it. See, a lot of times in fingering, we finger things in a way which prepare for something else. Because there's usually more than one way to finger things. And that's what they're doing here. You're using a 5 here because we're going to need these other fingers for some other notes. So it's just 5. You just come up, just scrunch up a little bit. And you don't need these other finger numbers now after that. Then a D flat, and then a 1. See, we needed the extra finger for that D flat. Now we're back to here. That comes in handy quite a bit too. So really the only finger number you need over there is the 5 on the first F. You don't need any of the other finger numbers because they just fall in place. And now you're here. Left hand. We're starting here. Is it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Don't forget the B flat, it's in the key signature. Here. And then the quarter note, they put a natural in front of it because now they want a B natural. But that natural is only good for that measure. So just that one note in this case. And then measure 9, here you're 1, 2, 3. 3, 1. Now it's B natural. Here again. 1, 2, 3. See, they have to keep putting the natural sign in front of it because it's only good for that measure. Once we cross the measure, it would be a B flat again. And they want all these to be naturals. And then a measure 15. And then measure 17. They gave you a flat sign in front of the B flat. You don't need the flat sign. It's a B flat anyway. But it's good to be clear. So just so you don't think it might still be a B natural, they put the flat sign there to tell you for sure it's a B flat. Here. Yeah. But now they don't keep giving you the B flat, the flat sign, because it's a B flat, it's in the key signature. Put the hands together. Now don't be too critical about what it sounds like yet. We're still just kind of trying to get the thingies to work here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2. Isn't that wonderful? 1, 2, then here, then here. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. Oh, I definitely need more coffee for this. 1, 2, here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's weird. This is what, measure 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Measure 19. Here, and here. I put my hand out here so you can see it better. I leave the hand here. I don't want to bring my hand way up in here because I'm playing a black key. I want to try and keep the hands out here as best I can. Sometimes you got to come up here. Well, fine, if you have to, you have to. But here, we can reach out with the finger for that. We don't have to come up here to keep the finger curled to do it. No, just stay here and just straighten the finger out a little bit. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. You get the idea? So you go through and put the hands together, and then go work on those weird spots or the tough spots and get rid of the hesitation. So it is a steady beat at whatever speed you choose. Keep it slow, it's fine. This is actually a slow piece anyway, so it doesn't matter. But even if it were a fast piece, you'd still keep it slow and gradually speed it up over time, because accuracy, being accurate, is more important than how fast you go. Once you got that, it's just a matter of speeding it up if you need to. And it's not fast. 2, 3. Now last notes over there, that's tied. You're going to hold that down for 4 counts now on the end. Now you see in the music in various places there's a dashed line that goes between the stabs. Look at the first and second measures. You see the dashed line going from the D to the D, from the A to the D. That is this publisher's way of doing it, of telling you where the melody is, because we need to know where the melody is. Just play the melody by itself. At the end of the line, they didn't give you dashed lines because there isn't any notes. Really, they could have given you a dashed line there at the end of the line to tell you that B natural's melody. Then measure 9. Yeah, that's melody. And then going on here. See, that's all melody. So, why? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. We want to hear the melody. The accompaniment or anything else going on needs to be in the background. We want to hear the melody. We're here for the melody. It's all about the melody. The melody rules. The melody's in charge. You do what you need to do for the melody. Everything else is just side stuff. If you have to leave out notes, well, don't. But if you have to, just play the melody. Well, this gets a little bit tricky, and I don't know how much you're struggling. I'm going to talk a lot more about this in the future. But in order to bring out the melody, it means you got to play the melody a little louder than the other stuff. In the first measure, both notes are melody. But then that's melody. And that's not. Can you play that soft? Here. So it sounds like melody. So I'm playing this really soft and this louder. And the beat, that's melody. So the melody notes I'm playing out a little bit and everything else I'm holding back. Well, if you're struggling with just trying to get the notes, forget that. You got enough to do. But if you've gotten it pretty well, come along and then start thinking about bringing out the melody. You don't play the melody loud to bring it out. You play the melody where it belongs. It doesn't tell you where it belongs. Just play it. And just play everything else really soft. So loud, soft. So it's loud, or sort of loud, and soft. That's the idea. So be thinking about that. Let's play it together very slowly and double check all the fingering and everything. And I'm not going to bring out the melody. I'm going to play everything about the same. So I'll give us 3 counts because it's in 3/4 time. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 3, tie, rest, rest. Now there is a duet part for this, an accompaniment to it. At the top of page 40, I'd like to play that, and you play what we just played. I'm going to speed it up just a hair, so you can't have any hesitations anywhere or nothing, but once you have it, then try the duet with me and see what that sounds like. I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. Three.